live in the dungeon. This is the Dream Warrior Review. I'm Kurt Thomas.
I'm Mick Strawn.
Oh, here we go. The story of two American soldiers behind enemy lines on D-Day. That's the only description they have on IMDb, really. I mean, there's more involved than that.
That is the lamest.
There's a doctor. I don't know what his official name was in this.
Lamest.
It wasn't Dr. Frankenstein, was
ever.
Wow. So I went into this thinking, oh, Dr. Schmidt.
Yeah. By the way, hold on.
Yeah.
By the way, I can't believe that you had that little trust in Abrams.
Well, after I saw a certain movie that was kind of related to Cloverfield, I got pissed off. And actually,
the Cloverfields though were handed off.
When I saw this though, a bad robot at the beginning, I'm like, I hope there was an alien at the end eating everybody.
That's what you said on the way out. I kept waiting for the alien to eat everybody. And
I do want to point out three flaws, and I want to get them out of the way now.
Okay.
That long blonde hair, would that be possible in 1944 in the military? The hair that was like down to here, really? Down past his nose.
I have no idea. I doubt it.
The other question was, I don't think an African American gentleman would be in the military.
No.
He'd be in the military, but not with a group of white guys.
Not only not with a group of white guys, but there would not have been two, particularly as paratroopers.
Yeah.
Because there was kind of a more elite service,
right,
and just it wouldn't have happened.
Tuskegee Airmen, though, of course, that's different.
Well,
but
but what you were talking about is the mixing.
Yeah, that
just didn't happen.
Not 1944. The other thing was, which is bizarre.
Yes,
I noticed that they're holding their guns.
Yes,
like you do nowadays, like with your finger up.
Right.
On the barrel?
Right, on the barrel like that. No, it wasn't exactly.
I don't think they held it like that in the 40s.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of those old war movies where they don't hold it like that.
They just, yeah.
So,
no,
that's a modern thing.
I agree. And
those are the only three things. And
those are pretty small. That's pretty nitpicky, but
obviously,
overall.
I went in thinking I'd hate this because I saw the trailers and I'm like, this looks lame. I don't like this. This looks stupid.
Well, it was a terrible trailer for it.
Yes, it
was. It really was. But at least in a way, it didn't let the story out. I mean,
no. Actually, I like how they edited it because it was like totally different. Like,
oh yeah, the trailer just had nothing to do with the film.
No,
but the film itself was absolutely amazing. I have one more problem. I gotta get it out. Okay.
So, I don't know if anybody's giving any credit to Frankenstein's army. Or did they just steal the idea and the plot and the whole thing from him?
I was just going to say that.
Did Jerry Abrams say,
hey, I liked Frankenstein's army so much, and it was such an obvious cop off of that.
This was almost a direct copy of it.
Almost a direct copy.
Yeah,
I mean,
with a couple differences, obviously.
But they were such minor
somebody
difference.
saw that movie.
So totally.
And I'm kind of annoyed.
Totally.
I don't think I've heard him mention it like in the, when they talk about it on TV. That I haven't heard him say anything about Frankenstein's army.
Yeah, I know. And I was the first. And what was the first thing I saw? I said when
we saw the trailer.
When we saw the trailer, I said, "Hey, wow! Somebody stole Frankenstein's army." And that's absolutely it.
I wish we had planned this better. We could have seen Frankenstein's army right before this one.
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway,
it's true.
But I really enjoyed this. I mean, the plot was pretty boring, but it was great action.
Yeah, but it was
a war
totally
movie
good.
with gore and horror.
It was that's what I said when I walked in, and you were like, and I said, well, it's got my favorite things. It's World War II.
Yeah,
and it's got a horror. I mean, how can you not give it a try? And
and the makeup effects. Oh my god,
the makeup effects were amazing.
Yeah, there was one in particular I really liked.
Right. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yo, absolutely. And I just enjoyed the living hell out of it.
And there's a scene where he's running, which I thought was freaking unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Towards the end, there's a scene where he is running, and it is just amazing. I have to say that in general, the explosions, all the on-set stuff, and
well, there's a lot of really cool shots. Like, usually I have issues when they show like the kind of GoPro looking camera.
Right, exactly.
But there were some amazing shots.
Yeah, there was. I mean,
at the beginning.
And you know what I liked? I liked the fact that it just started moving.
Yeah.
And just kept going. It just kept going. I mean, there was kind of like a pause in it, but at the same time, they had split the story in so many different ways. It was like if one segment had a little bit of a pause, the other two segments were going great guns.
Yeah.
And man, I just absolutely
they did a good job of separating the characters and then bringing them back together and
right, and mixing and then remixing them and then sending them back out, and yeah, boy.
And there was a girl in there that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, you know, it had a Roadhouse feel to it, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
oh, totally.
In the middle of it, you were just going, oh yeah, this.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was, I really enjoyed it, obviously. So
yeah, no, I had a great time. The visuals are just amazing, and
so they built a lot of sets for this, right? Because I mean,
they built
based on the credits, sets. Right? They had a lot of plasterers and a lot of painters and a lot of carpenters.
This is all set work. Yeah. I had to think. I had to see when we're watching the credits. I had to think to myself that that certainly the crews are so much larger for this kind of film. I mean, they're so complicated.
Did you notice how short the credits were for the CG though?
Yeah,
the CGI.
Yeah, I would say that probably an awful lot of that was actually done in place.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was pointing out. Was like it seemed like I liked it for that reason.
Yeah,
because there
was a lot of practical stuff, and the CG stuff was also done by Industrial Light and Magic.
Right. Yeah.
And it was really, really good. And the thing is the concentration on story and the concentration on character. And
you got to know all the characters really quick, even the people that they met.
Right. That was one thing that I really. I mean, I swear you knew these characters better halfway through the movie than I did at the end of just about every Marvel movie I've ever seen.
Right. Yeah. There's one scene where it was really noisy, and you would think that they'd alert the soldiers outside.
Well, you know, but they were coming. You just couldn't tell because the time factor was just spilling over. I mean, here's the thing that you have to realize is you were going in three different directions, but the whole thing happens over the period of I think it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's not very long.
Yeah, no. It's not very long. So
90 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, 90 minutes. So 90 minutes is it's actually in real time to the movie
basically.
Moving along, and just the makeup effects, the look of absolutely everything.
And the main actor was awesome.
Oh yeah.
You know, even though he didn't really. It's
weird. The two main leads.
I was thinking of Adepo is his name. I think.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. But a Depo, everybody was great, but Wyatt Russell, Depo,
those
and
the two, Ford and
Boyce, Ford, and Chloe were absolutely amazing, and Waffner, the evil bad guy,
right? Yeah, the evil bad guy. Well, usually I have issues with the evil bad guys, but this guy was actually pretty good.
Yeah, he was actually really good. Yeah, and he kept getting better.
Oh, he was awesome, especially that one part. There's a part where he turns around, and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!"
That was so good.
So we don't want to ruin it for anybody. But.
So but what I was thinking, I was thinking of the difference between how many people, you know, it's in how many different units and cameramen that they were, because I mean, I don't think that. There were certainly very many complicated films in the 80s and in the 90s, but at the same time, I have to say that the amount of crew is nowhere near. I mean, even the on-set crew. I'm not talking about all the graphics crew that are behind that. You know, all the CG crew. It takes a huge crew to make a modern film.
Yeah,
and
Well, to me, these credits
you
seem pretty short.
Back in my day.
Don't you think these credits were short, though, based on modern movies?
Oh, yeah. Well, the thing is, it had the thrill of a Marvel movie without being,
this actually
that snotty.
I was wondering if this could have been done well on a lower budget.
Oh, you know what? It could have. And I think that was kind of the charm of it.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of doing that Roadhouse kind of film.
Didn't it feel kind of tight? Like it was shot kind of like close.
Right.
So you didn't really have to see a lot of extras or anything.
And it would have worked.
In fact, it was probably the same soldiers over and over again.
Yeah, it would have worked. It would have worked as a lower budget film. Yeah. I mean, definitely.
Yeah. Well, this is the big budget Frankenstein's Army.
I was going to say this is big budget Frankenstein's Army. Right. Frankenstein's Army just went to an area that looked like what they built here. Yeah. I mean, did you see how many carpenters they had on this?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like row after row after row. Like
probably 18 plasterers. I was like,
But still, I mean, just a huge crew, and I'm glad to see that many people employed. I mean, that was it was primarily a British crew. I mean, this was kind of Pinewood Studios, wasn't it? Yeah. But I just loved it. Just enjoyed living.
Had a little bit of everything. I mean, had like characters, like the main character. Well, that's why I mentioned Adepo, because he started off kind of being he was different at the beginning than he was at the end, obviously.
Right.
So you kind of follow him along that.
That's called character arc.
Yeah, character arc. And then, I didn't want to be geeky and say character arc. But
that's my job, right?
Yeah. Actually, it's usually my job.
I was going to say, wait, what do you mean? You don't want to be like the way you are all the time?
They all had their own character arc, except for maybe...
the kid.
The kid, yeah, basically.
Yeah, no, you're right. Everybody did seem to be going one way or the other on the arc.
Right.
Everybody was... They were trying to become... either more human or less human, depending on where they started.
And then literally there were inhuman people there.
Yes, and the Inhumans were just trying to stay in one piece, which was a challenge.
So one thing I noticed was Boyce the entire time. I didn't have a helmet.
Right.
I swear.
I kept thinking that.
Yeah, I kept thinking that when he lost it. At the very beginning, right? When he lost it at the beginning, I was like, you're going to need that helmet. But here's the question is, considering how many bodies were around him, right?
Right.
Constantly, right? Why didn't he pick up a helmet?
I was wondering that too.
If his mother was there.
It worked out though, because there was one scene where he wouldn't have fit in if he
you're right. But you know what? If his mother was there, she would have said, now, Boyce, you need to put on your helmet.
Right.
Yeah, back in my day, we would have done that with a tenth of that many people. So,
I think if you like action and you like gory stuff, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Go see this.
You know what?
We didn't mention the sound.
The sound was incredible.
And the music was pretty cool. There was some scenes where it was reversed. I think some of the.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was gonna mention that. There was like the reverse flanging and stuff going on. Yeah, it was very interesting. If you're into it also kind of had that Western feel to it. If you're into Tarantino. This is the other thing I wanted to point out. You see,
or Mad Max even.
I think that I might be one of the rare people that just could not get into Inglourious Bastards. Just not a favorit film of mine. Certainly not a favorite Tarantino. I wouldn't say
it's one of my favorite ones either.
It's not one of my favorites. And all I kept thinking,
I couldn't get past the fact that he misspelled it.
but from the first minute that this film started, I kept thinking, this is what Tarantino wanted to do.
Yeah.
Right?
But if Tarantino would have done this, it would have been a lot of F words. Every other word would have been an F word.
Yeah, no, that's true. But there was, the thing is underneath it for being a horror film. The thing is underneath it, it kind of had a Tom Hanks simplicity to it. Like it's actually kind of a sweet story.
Yeah. Well, had kind of a little. Actually, I would say Robert Rodriguez might be a good.
Oh yeah,
parallel there a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Desperado kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it does have that Desperado, and
or El Mariachi actually is a better example.
Well, yeah. I don't think. Well, I've seen them both. El Mariachi is a much superior film by a long way. Yeah. So,
but Reservoir Dogs for sure.
Oh yeah. No. I kept thinking
Except this had a woman in it.
Yeah. This was what I thought Tarantino's war movie was going to be like.
And the weird thing is, I stopped thinking about the fact that the guy was black, the main character, one of the main characters.
I didn't think
it just didn't make sense, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, well, you're right, because other than him being out of place at the beginning in the plane, because I'm enough of a World War II buff to know that didn't happen. After I got that out of my head.
Well, the hair bothered me for a while too. I was like, I don't think he'd have that long hair in 1944, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, but but
he was a rogue guy.
Yeah, he was. He was. You know what? He's the kind of guy that he's just right on the edge. You know?
Yeah.
Right on the edge.
Should have been played by a professional wrestler or something. I'm thinking of Predator. Never mind.
Huey Long? Not Huey Long.
Not Huey Long. No. Huey Long's a little too... He's a football player, though.
Yeah. Huey Long was
a little
politician back in the 40s.
The sergeant. I don't know about the sergeant either, but anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is certainly one wouldn't be on the plane. The fact that they were both on the plane, would not have happened.
Right.
I don't want to seem like,
No, but it really didn't matter.
It didn't. I said, no. Besides, the other one died with the plane.
How factual can you be with these creatures around?
Yeah. And when they're saying, we have a 90-mile trip.
Right.
I was like, or a 90-minute trip. I go, well, wait, they got to go across the British Channel. That's 22 miles. That ain't no night.
Yeah, where are they coming from?
Yeah, well, they're coming from Britain.
How slow are they flying?
Well, those planes probably go along at about 150 miles an hour.
Right.
Yeah, as a DC-3. I mean, it's a C-47.
I guess they wanted to catch dinner before they left.
Well, you see, and remember my objection at the beginning. I was going, well, this is right, because here's the thing: it was really early in the morning when the planes actually left. Mm-hmm. They left in the dark, and they left probably before the boats headed out. Mm-hmm. I mean, they would have been collecting over there, but they wouldn't have been full steaming across because this is not a huge piece of land.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
This is not a big distance. You're talking about Britain is right there. So anyway, you know what? And that's just
these Americans.
Picky, stupid American stuff. But I enjoyed the hell out of it. If I had to judge, and Beans is that's kind of what we do around here.
I like this a lot more than Frankenstein's Army.
Yeah, no, it was.
But I still like that one.
I still like,
like
Frankenstein's Army, but I'm going to put this at a 3.8.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
don't agree with me
the
again.
Scene where he was paratrooping, the scene where he jumps out of the airplane.
Yeah,
and the last scene, I give it a 4.
Really? Yeah. It is really a spectacular film, and what I really applaud you for and appreciate.
What's that?
Is the fact that you turned around on it.
I did.
Because you in the car, you were trashing this thing, and I was like, really? I had, because honestly,
what wasn't trashing?
I hadn't.
We didn't discuss it in the car. You're talking about on the way there.
On the way there.
On the way there, I was like,
yeah. I don't know.
I kind of set myself up like when I go to see movies, and I'm,
Yeah.
Well, this one I was like, I only saw the one trailer that was terrible.
Right. Now, the trailers were not good for it, but then, you can't count on a trailer.
Right.
I made trailers for I made deceptive trailers for so long.
But I also didn't know the director. I'm not really familiar with Julius Avery.
Well, what has he done?
Not a lot.
Oh, he's doing
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon now. Ooh. Wow,
yeah, so
he hasn't done anything.
He's only done like 3 features or 2 features.
Yeah, so this guy is brand spanking. You know what? He still has that new director smell.
He does. But he's doing better than James Wan, I think.
Yes.
Not to trash James Wan. Sorry, James. But.
Yeah, but we've been very up and down on James Wan.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, well done.
Yes.
3.8. So we calculate a 3.9.
Yeah.
Get out there and see this.
Get out there and vote. Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Get out.
It's too late for that.
No, we're done with that. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, go see this instead.
Yeah.
You can always vote next time. If we're still here.
You never can tell. Yeah, how many of these have we made? We've made about 160 something.
It's getting ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And the weird thing about it is,
I think we're at 130 or something. Yeah.
Are we 130?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I was looking today. I was looking across the films that we've done, and honestly, I have to say, I keep looking through, and I remember maybe an eighth of them. I mean.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No, and I mean that's just the title. I don't even remember the title.
If I see the title, I remember it. But like I was trying to remember the James Wan movie. We brought up James Wan. I don't know, because we saw a trailer.
Right.
I don't know what movie it was. It was something that's coming up soon. But it was a James Wan, and I was like, oh, it could go either way.
By the way, and
there was a movie. What was it? We'll find out later.
We'll find out. But you know what I have? I have really good news.
Oh.
Is I heard the other day that Train to Busan.
Yes.
He's getting a sequel.
Right?
Yeah. And I thought, oh, that is good news.
Well, I think you announced that they might be getting a sequel at one,
yeah, but I
probably 10 episodes ago.
I've heard that they're working. They're actually working on it now, and that does my heart good because that film was amazing.
So we've probably done 150 movies because there's some that we did doubles and triples and.
Oh yeah, because we worked things in and yeah.
Like Frankenstein, we did 3.
Frankenstein, we did 3 on the Frankenstein. Yes, we did. Okay, so
which by the way, I think we might have Wolfman coming up at some point.
Yes, some point pretty soon.
Yes,
pretty soon.
Stay tuned, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Dream Warrior Review podcast. Don't forget to tell your friends about us, follow us, and, of course, like us. We can be found on Podbean, which is an amazing app, YouTube, Stitcher, Alexa on any pod, iTunes, Google Play. We're on Twitter as well, at DW Review, and, of course, Facebook. You can find us there. You can also email us at dreamwarriorreview@gmail.com.